be able to watch Vici game potential spectators, but I'm assuming that's only by replays. It won't let me watch live games, right? Yeah, I thought it won't even let me refresh. That's lovely. The Raiden versus Dire game. It's there's a all right, because well, how long do I have to? Nope, that's just the system. So, so just to explain, it only allows me to watch the first 4 games because that's how, which makes it a bit harder to find their game started. So we're encouraging no spectators to that game because nobody. The game is up though. I'm gonna. There it is. We're gonna watch the IG game for now because you got anyone who is interested can go to the Track Dota link and can see the drafting of each game potential up by searching for the. By match ID. If you go down enough, that's. I was the one that put that link up. Obviously, I do notice that link. You to watch the match. Okay, I don't know how to of the match, meaning that the match ID is completely it's useless unless the for. So the only method, waiting for the draft to end, seeing what he's in the live tab, and if it doesn't, it's destroyed. But the crow to keep on pushing off this tower in the mid lane, creep and whatnot. Very, very powerful. Entirely started by between Newbee Vici getting potential load, usually because Track Dota has not good. They even stomp him up, no armor bubble load, and he's dead. They come and that means KGO gets at least 1 kill into this kill. Woo! Okay, it works. It works yet. And match ID serves for nothing. So draft between Newbee and Vici getting potentially some H Cup. Thank you. Thank you, Galang D10. I was right to believe you. Anyway, let's do it, guys. Best of 3 between Newbee and Chinese teams. The best Chinese. I mean, these are the guys that came second team, but most of you will recognize at least the and TI5. It is mid laners, but play. My name is D Swordfish. I'll be the caster for today on the screen at times. And if you don't, you know, feel free. Clockwork and Disruptor. Chinese, I think it's probably one of the Chinese in the CIS region that actually still for multiple reasons. Obviously, the cogs and the soul to break any mid laner, and allows you at least 2 raises on the Queen of, allows you to catch her as well, in addition to Rocket Flare. Few heroes that can gank Queen of Pain, but pretty good job of it, or at least harass her. Version of the Nyx Assassin position 4, which was used so often to destroy ganking potential Disruptor and is back. It's obvious. And of course, with the Thunder Flare, a hookshot, but that's not the most common usage of it. So they want to go into that mid game easily, per se. You know, they want to go into that Tusk. They have a way to deal with the Tusk, of course, which and the Sonic Wave heroes without much difficulty, despite them getting BKB. They can stop TPs, which is often one of the weaknesses in the game, and they're tanky enough to resist your damage. A helpful piece in this combination. This screen, you'll be able to turn that off. Newbee picks up a life stealer now, and works in the combination of them. They peak in the classic combo that peaks around the same hybrid because the infest adds supports with ease. The life stealer meaning that life stealer can stay alone in the bottom lane or help at least the Shadow Fiend most of the harass a life stealer out of lane. So together with the Tusk, obviously Queen of Pain. This grid magical physical damage, right? Witch Doctor with a Maledict and the Death Ward, very very itemized against them, and they have a way to deal with the rage going ham once that rage. But the lack of synergy is evident. They don't part the greatest support combinations, even if Maledict flying a lot in the lanes going well with Queen of Pain. Beastmaster being one of the strongest lanes, and Tusk both having a decently high big Doctor here, which combines nicely with Maledict and Ice, as we saw Boboka in the IG game with the Twin Protector who can solo and the tandem might reduce. Now, as for the guys that argued is maybe even better than CK, but CK is much more common pickup. Juggernaut counts does not get glimpsed back. Clockwork reflect back the Blade Fury damage. Fury gives you magical immunity, so you don't get any at. So quite nice. The only thing now, Newbee most likely needs an offhand. What will they run for Kaipi? A while ago, I think Doom for Kaipi would have been Doom stops the Queen of Pain, stops the Beastmaster for Juggernaut once he's Blade Fury. So you kind of force Fury because then you can't really do much. Whoa. Okay. That is interesting. A Lycan pickup. Who's picking what? Okay. So Kaipi. Really cool. I haven't seen that in a long time. I've seen... What was it? Tell me earlier there was a Timber Supposition 4. I haven't seen that in a while. But more viable now, actually, to run the Lifestealer in the offlane. And Clockwork, 2 supports with an insanely... You don't really need that for your offlane. The main initiator. Beastmaster's a bit weaker in that regard. Initiation tactics, per se. That is a beat. No, not jungle life stealers. Most definitely not jungle life stealers. There's a thing to say. better draft if we should pick jungle life. Both so good. I don't know how we could look. I don't think time where X-Mike played the offlane lifestealer, but I'm pretty sure it's played a bit. I think go for the 200 HP. Be okay. The Radiance, of course, which is probably the tip. You craft a bit more about this. I was thinking for a second, he's not going to go jungle, right? And he does have a lot of sustain in lane, so that's a point to be contested. And of course, he does not. The enemy team are very weak against Witch multiple times. You can easily stop that with the slow projectile, and ice shards do bother or have any damage to follow that up or dispel, or cannot be dispelled, but won't deal a lot of the damage from it. I think in this situation, to what tournament you can look at info tournament, sorry, and you can see what tournament. But actually, I have the wrong tournament up. Just quickly, because it has got the standings, the relationship between the presentation of the teams. Most of you guys will be port Kaka on the Clockwork, in the carry position, Mugi on his Lycan, and finally gaining potential. We're gonna have the Juggernaut played by the Chinese symbol, and the King on the Witch Doctor. Second, Shiki on that Queen of Pain. You see the Ice Shard come out. That's why you don't always go Ice Shard. It's almost impossible because of those TPs being available now at the start. Because of the TPs. But of course, there's not. I mean, for when you have a stronger laner for harassment, and DY is already rolled immediately. Ow. Let me increase the volume of the game as well. But it's only a bit of harassment, and it's a Lycan. We remember how strong Lycan was against the Fire Impulse, especially with that. Makes it so that all this job they're doing is only to harass him in the early game. And they're essentially trying to force the rotation from one of the lane, take some experience away from Mugi, and make it a Lycan who can pretty much solo lane once he gets to level 3. And that's really close. They can easily be ganked. After all, them really great gankers. And Guevara is playing, trying to do. Battery self-activated. Disruptor joins in as well. And Guevara, there's no chance. By first blood for Kaka. In potential, we're planning the same thing. Here comes the snowball. It's just trying to get a kill before he dies. By Kaka, using the Shadow Strike, Clockwork sacrificing his life, but getting the... And of course, even though Shiki does get a kill anywhere, gold. I would say that was port there. I think the denial is just impressive to begin with. The ability for Newbee, and, you know, they can do those kind of plus skill disparity, I would argue, between both teams. I mean, matchup against Vici game potential. The Vici game potential is bad, but Newbee's a bit more experienced, especially. Guevara, careful, because they want to glimpse him back. Barrier Assault not too effective. They might actually not be. Some of the wolves and the cogs pushes Guevara. That was really unfortunate. Snowball hits him in the face. Housing cast bouncing between the creeps. Maledicte to almost an assured kill. It ends up being deep. In the end, that's unfortunate. As this fight is going on, so unfortunate. They're having connection problems here. They both have the same amount of armor, and roughly is better off trying to go for the kill on Goking because there's lower armor. But at this point, you don't. Beggars can't. Boogie ends up doing. I doubtful this is gonna. Doubtful kill here against either DY or yeah, exactly. Guevara, but he's gonna give up after that pause. Been beneficial to Newbee because he didn't waste him from Kaka and Faith. However, Faith has no mana, so he can't coming into the mid lane. Paralyzing one of the two. He can't use both right now. Not enough. Comes in with the Invis Rune. Oh, surprise! Oh, Ice Shards to keep him in place. Where's the Ice Shard? He can run away, but Queen of Pain blinks, gets the kill, but dies himself. And has to get a counter kill before he died. Frankly, you can do when you're a mid laner. That's so talked about earlier. Newbee needs to rotate to this lane for SCC. Otherwise, he's going dying to these rotations. Not what he was looking for, obviously, in the early game. The snowball can't get anyone else in the snowball, but he has to fight the death, and it's going to be the death of Go King. The second kill for Newbee, and at least they managed to get a 2-for-1. 4 rotations now. They put a huge amount of an experience disparity between the assists. You can see that the Queen, you know, has 3 deaths. He's been doing so much better as expected from this, and then he comes back in with a lot more double no talisman build, which might not even build into a Veil of Discord this time. It's a domination. I'm pretty sure that no stopped her from dying so often in lane, and what's allowed her to get a lot of damage is so very valuable. Only thing you can do, no Omni Slash anyway, TP, and there were creeps around, so probably not gonna die to the shrine though. And that was a ballsy play because he had the Omni Slash there. He probably would have died. But of course, he was aware that he did not have the... In terms of stats, guys, please, get certain stats up. In they go. Offensive one to the Queen of Pain, but they're stuck in, and Goking is the first to die. SCC finally survives an engagement of being dead. And with this, net worth going a bit crazy, not really because of the free farm, but the Shadow Fiend ring, thanks to our last engagement. Life against Goking, shapeshift being used. They want to chase down this Witch Doctor, passing cast so on. They might want to leash this dog. The snowball's to get him, but the Ice Shards, it's just not successful for Newbee. Does not want the Juggernaut. and allows Mugi to for this Lycan. I haven't seen this in a while, but that extra HP regen makes him ridiculous. And since he did not max Feral Impulse, and it's a Clockwork, that was a very suicidal play. Out, there's no way he can survive this. Good, but he's confident in this. Wants to kill these Kaka. Kill. Now it's 2 versus 2. Juggernaut finally joins in. They cancel TP with a Pro, and the Juggernaut on the backlines ensures ends up being beneficial to Vici rotation by the getting or stopping some of the different more gold for the Juggernaut, which is quite important. Been farming like a madman, and he might carry. Look at Faith Omni slash to Oblivion into 6 disruptors with those slashes. You cut 3 times, you create 6. Anyway, because there's a sure tower with that tower destruction. Enough, Lycan probably going to go for more of a ability as much as just a pusher build with a helmet. The Life Stealer instead goes for his Desolator Armlet typical build. So Lycan is going to be the main tower pusher. 6 carries, or 5 carries at any point in the game except for late game. So he might with his center as well at Aura. Very underestimated. Not bad, but of course you have more damage. I mean, when would you not want the Alpha Wolf? He's still going to go for the Mask of Madness or an Assault Cuirass and the Necronomicon build. It's really strong for getting those kind of burst kills of the Shapeshift Assault Cuirass because of how powerful. Let's not forget that Necronomicon gets boosted. They get a crit once the Shapeshift is up, which is really, really... They lock her in, and there's no way for her to try to kill DY, but not enough damage to finish. There's a tower in the bottom lane. And I forgot Peacemaster, of course. At the price of a tier 2, that's certainly a tier advantage, and I don't know if they can defend this too well. I mean, TP from Guevara, no trade, just a denial. Unless they... It's dangerous, yeah. Goking goes back, the Illusion Room. Greedy Clockwork got punished for... Obviously. Aiming for that hook shot, but it's going to be a bit difficult because there's just no offensive vision. Or, people keep saying, check Dota TV. Stop lying about the 11-9 game potential with a smoke themselves. Available to him, but he's probably just gonna go down that disruptor. But they really want to fight in these circumstances. Ooh, they stop the Lycan immediately. But he managed to blink in time. Now they have to retreat. Angry Wolf, Mugi, follow Shiki, and Shiki will end up losing his life. They should be able to kill him as well. Good usage of that. Trouble anyway. They miss one rage by Beastmaster. 9 could have just been pure chance, guys. There's no more delay, unless someone is literally watching. But this is as little delay as we have, so if anything, there could be a server. Someone's just doing something illegally. To help out, get the kill onto Witch Doctor Shiki. They know that she's in the jungle. Forced to go for a Force Staff, actually. Stop a Static Storm from field. Good use of the Force Staff. The hookshot is started. The blink just yet in the raise. I don't think they just stopped Kaka in his tracks and is able to take down another Queen of Pain. Well, I get Borderlands, or is it you? Is it still you? Anyway, be so very happy with how this game is. Of course, Mugi with that level 2 Necronomicon about to come out. That's great timing for it. Was the Shadow Fiend build to take advantage of that early. Walking around, he also has a Necronomicon. That Helm of the Dominator really delayed the Necronomicon, instead going for a potential Roshan. Do they have Medallion? No, they do not. They probably should have waited help out. And Life Stealer really close to the Medallion. They just can't. They're aware of this, and they have to take the Roshans coming out so they can steal the Aegis and then run away. And so they can get, of course, game potential are just up. They just have no initiation tactics for the Witch Doctor. Go King! Battery Assault. That's gonna be Newbee taking up. Super happy. Gets the last tower hit. Destruct. Revived again based on time restore. Tier 2 up top. So just the second. Where are you going, Queen of Pain? You can't blink, Huss. It's not even minute 20. It's minute 18. It's ridiculous. Potential might want to try to chase, but of course a Shadow Blade build not so effective in game, right? Because you yourself can scalp, but there's everywhere. You don't have the option. You don't even have the option of a simple gem. If the enemy team wants to destroy you, and the potential of that. Look, of course you need it for the extra attack speed. Bonus for this. Doesn't even care the tower's attacking him. He just goes down, and now the frenzy still helps. Which is why he's hitting so hard. Double damage down. And Mugi even joining in like, hey guys, I'm so... No, they catch the Queen of Pain in time. It's done. But Shiki will go down. Really. GG comes out. They have no... That last team fight went so badly for it early. Faith survives that enough. And ends up getting there to combine. Even say to that, they end up destroying. Find me on social media if you guys want to see my Twitter, which you can see on !Twitter. It's constantly being posted on the chat. If you did not to have some, compliments, it helps me. Just do some other game while we wait for this second game to come up. But it's a best of 3 or one more game at least for watch how that unfolds. And I hope you really enjoyed the cast as I is versus Akeen Gaming Luminous. Cool. I am sure I appreciate you. If you're my dad, wait, I really appreciate that you bagged my mom. Right, so we're game. Don't know how it's skipped. There it is. Last bits of this game, just to give a little recap, are doing only took in the late game, and the Brewmaster. Brewmaster apparently will go for the 100 attack speed. So no, he just goes for. Cheers to all the kind coming by and seeing new viewers here, and nice viewers as well. 10-minute break, best of 3, whereas the bigger break between the day. So after these matches will be done, that last matchup and what stream Rock Y versus Vici. Why the hell? How the hell did IG move? Well, not really losing, but not winning against King Gaming. He actually lost 2 sets of racks, whereas King Gaming loses. That's not looking good for them at all, actually. And against them with a command called score, and if you commands, offer some information. I can't. 1 second. I know how to find gaming versus when we have the match, but between love casting any of them really. Oh, of course. I don't think that the new care they have is sort of burning or like it. That must be disgusting. Pushing what's in the world. So what else can you say? She initiated upon that, but I don't seem to want to. That was Thori continuing his attack, now trying to kill the A glimpse brings back the Sven, so he can't continue. Will be the scapegoat here, as he use any of his wacky antiques. Great initiation by Rock Y. I like the idea of so turned the team fight around. Really well played by Vici Gaming. There's another tornado. Yes, they can with a Dragon's Tail. Invoker has condemned himself for no. I don't know why Jintoki got part of it. Probably the wolf starts up, and with that. They're both stuck in it. BKB's still available, so he's not 11 in, but now he's called Young 11. I don't know if he's found a new anti-aging. I'll make sure everyone knew about this. Or that more of a utility dragon. We're just watching Vici game potential versus. Yeah, actually, that's quite interesting. So, since Paparazzi was the top 9K player, really more individual playstyle that Black would used to be known for, and Miracle as well. So would be playstyles by the Dragoness. I like it. I think you have to adapt to the players, obviously. You need to try to adjust to when he plays, pick up all the gold in the map anyway. The fact that the Sven is pretty impressive, and still beating the... I presume that 150 gold per minute has a lot to do. It was always kind of equal, but that gold difference probably means the two teams have a huge advantage enough. And then he uses a BKB, managed to run away. Paparazzi still angry, but now is completely useless. Kill Necronomicon, but now it's Dragon versus it's gonna be the goddamn Dragon. He can do absolutely nothing against this. Just the damage from Oriole to complete this team wipe. It's an Elder Time to cancel that TP. Can they do so in time? And we'll be able to just TP in time. So let's go a bit loud. I'll try to keep it around. And they did a really intelligent team fight. Of the Lycan, who is very hard to be kited. Sven is really easy to be kited. So with this, Vici Gaming is put into the Razzi, which is very, very good. Have enough impact in that team fight because of the BKBs from Invoker. I don't think they could have. They did mess up in the execution though halfway through. In the trees, you don't want to be a bug in the trees. In Japan, the makes it happen quickly, and now they can continue on this game. Meanwhile, Ori though has been left alone. Give him a couple more seconds of life, but that crit destroyed him. I'll skip a bit of the Meteor Lasso. Find him. They can. Newbee, just let them disengage. I want to see how this. I don't think it's gonna happen though. Vici Gaming attacking these towers. Destroys them entirely. Paparazzi, the Dragonhead's also dead. They're turning this around, and that stops both supports. But the Fenrir, as he goes down, we're gonna call and go to the game. Sorry, but there it is. As we go on to the draft. Jesus, sometimes you get. The game was a pretty cool game because they were both playing quite well. They picked the Clockwork Ancient Apparition for another Gyrocopter as well. Actually, that's much for each game potential. You have an easy way to draft at least, and you have much more of a cohesion. In addition to the Ice Vortex and magical damage, increase the amount of kills you can get in the early game, which is pretty impressive. Giant Void now picked up by Newbee, and decent initiation with a Chrono. I see. Anyone that was watching that other game and just kind of tuned in, test this, and we're sticking with this best of 3. I wouldn't swap between games in the. Something to watch between and just put music on. Anyway, Newbee has worked nicely with the Bloodlust. Good lanes. Assume it's an Ogre Magic position 5 with a Phoenix position off lane, but that'd be a bit odd to just harass anyone. They lose a lot of it. This Phoenix Spirits combo harass the Clocker pretty heavily with that damage over time. Together, Shadow Fiend and Vici. Actually, I like early game a good thing for the mid game. Out. Vici game potential, a bit more Operation Clockwork. It's all magical damage. Avail Discord is certainly going to be built on some of these heroes because in this game, it kind of that's really good. Is the Ice Vortex, right? It's so very important because it actually like Avail Discord essentially, but in an area, in a smaller area, and of course the slow, very relevant. The Tinker, Clockwork, Gyrocopter, no big deal there. Vici game potential needs an offlaner now. That's the and look at okay. I mean, the Night Stalkers actually works nicely to take advantage of their early game, right? And it usually is a very solid lineup by Newbee. You have ways to deal with a Tinker with a Phoenix Bat Rider. You get a amount of physical damage, a good team full experience. There's cohesion with put all your eggs in one basket. Game potential on the they're essentially banking it all on this a pipe early on one of these here for Vici game potential. You can even run a pipe on Kaipi, even though I don't use. Who else would buy a pipe here? BK, especially the Tinker. And of course, you have the Gyrocopter. The time it takes for a Gyrocopter to get into he is pretty strong against the Void. Usually less tanky than the Gyrocopter used to build. KB kind of guy. And they should be able to... Especially because in... here. Which might work quite nicely. I can see blade him, raise him 3 times, and this is BKB. You can punish that with a Chrono, right? So that might even work out for them. I know it's not SEC's build, but the Dendi Shadow Fiend might even destroy the Tinker. A bit more leaning in favor of Newbee, especially because I trust more in their execution. Game potential, little to no chances of winning this. He's 16 in favor of Newbee, who have really nice lanes and whatnot, but because last time you were banking it all on winning your. Let's see. Let's go just quickly to see who's playing what. Vici game, the Chinese. Well, I don't even want to say that. They're gonna have Mr. Gyrocopter here. The Chinese Gyrocopter is offlane position. Okay, so it's offlaner. The support here being DY on the Clockwork, and the second support the ENG. As for Newbee, the Chinese team, we're gonna have Mugi on the Faceless Void in the K position. In the mid lane, SC Shadow Fiend. Here as the first Kaka on his famous Phoenix. Probably the best Phoenix. Kaka. I think best Phoenix players out there, if not the best. So that's exciting. We get the first guy to play him in the support as well. Oh, Sunny. Interesting. Actually, really nice. Thank you, viewers, for giving me 1-2-0-2-2. No. So the Gyrocopter is Sunny the Gyrocopter. Games as they're murdering each other in the game. Doesn't really suit the style of the game, right? You know? Oh wow. What a steal! Oh, anyway. That Icarus dive level 1. He regrets this choice so much. Fly, little ball. Fire. There's the copter hitting him, and he's gonna get frozen solid anyway. A bit too cocky. Yeah, caca means poo in Spanish as well. So, I get you. And I'm Spanish, that's why I'm saying. It's in the support role, and in the newer Phoenix, right? The newer Phoenix support role, Cop China especially, because they really like Cop good Phoenix player. It was his respect ban. Curse dive does put him in a disadvantage, because you usually want to get level 1, especially if you're playing support. I mean, if you're playing support. Curse dive doesn't really deal that much damage, and where you go that well. I don't know. Now the Clockwork vs. Ogre Magic puts up in the early game, if you consider it. Some of the impacts he can have in the early game of damage is ridiculous, actually. 15 instances of damage. So, or magical damage level 1. That's pretty insane. Whereas Ignite doesn't even deal close to that amount of damage. 130 damage with Ignite level 1. Should be able to harass the Ogre Magic out of lane with that club of his. The Ancient Apparition, not in the same guard. They can't stun him. Oh yes, they can, because they have the Faith showing him what's what in the sunlight. What in the score, even if it's only a small support, they're trying to equal the lanes and punish anyone who's in the back line. So they see the Clockwork rotate, they manage to get a... I mean, Faith goes, has a double damage, and you saw the double damage, kills you to the top lane without a TP available to use at the very least. That's an engagement. From, I presume it's from Dota TV, obviously. So. Oh, I see. Oh, okay. Right, so Dota TV... But it's not showing anything else. Okay, so please stop ruining it for people then. There's no, it's bugged and it's not showing the score with delay, which is a mistake. You understand? There's no other live stream that's showing it at the score. You can all watch it in the live tab if you want to know the score. Obviously, it's less exciting. But anyway. And everyone knows Dota is basically a pay-to-win game, right? So, cosmetics determine who wins the game. As everyone knows how Dota works. Now, D1, they can't really continue this. They don't have a... Okay. Of course, once you get a couple stacks of sticky napalm, you can really start threatening it, push you away, and you're going to lose a lot of mana unnecessarily. Obviously, I can't ban everyone. I wish I had more. There it is. Kaka, careful. There's the way. He's level 5, and he has not gotten a single level of the silence yet. That's interesting. It's nighttime, so it's a bit difficult. Faith, quite as he can easily be punished for this. STC decides, nope, no way I'm walking to this mission. I'll even join Zane. I've made a Sunray harassment. Just force him away. That's the Tinker. No big deal, okay? It's all. Kaipi might be in trouble. Starts to do another creep sketch. Oh, they're laughing in his face. Hits him, and now no rocket enough with the chilling touch anyway. Kaipi will end up going. For anyone who really, it ruined the experience. People actually want to go on for 10 kills. Oh, hey, I love Dota. First 10 kills. So just don't do that. Yeah, thank you. And gonna destroy it quickly. That's. I mean, last time we saw Mugi, or we saw much more important. It's getting a kill on Clockwork, not that big a deal. Frankly. I'm gonna try to go for the Blink Dagger straight up. Actually makes a lot of sense. You need that Blink Dagger to try to catch that Tinker. I mean, he's still only 15 last hits. It's not in this mid lane. Too much damage coming out. They haven't really used this first night as well as they would, which is ridiculous. And of course, one level of Crippling Fear finally up. Probably gonna get a look out with. Well, no, next Void first 10 kills, especially in this mid lane. Only issue with Night Stalker off lane is that if you rotate him, of course, Mugi. And there they go, silenced. Stop the Time Walk from happening, and stopping the Void is to stop the Time Walk from happening and to prevent the Void ability damage. The same place. Goodbye, Phoenix. Icarus Dive takes away 50% of your health, so that annoys you a bit. And silenced, of course, because that's actually how the ability works for some reason. That's the utmost efficient. I'm not even gonna score. Right, to the mid lane, because obviously Shadowfin can now lead a couple of those levels. I mean, he's behind the clock for... It's not working really nicely for the... Right, and he needs the Blink Dagger. Tinker will get his Trial Boots soon, a bit less farmed. I was hoping that Shiki will do a bit bad many stacks for him just yet. Not really. Bad Rider should be able to get his Blink before the Trowels and Blink Dagger, which is when you start to really... I think this is actually a game for... I think it's actually a game for... So you can actually find the Tinker in the Shiva's game regardless, because you also stop the few range carries that can actually be slowed down and kited. So whew, that could have been a kill if the hook shot was revealed, and now it's Kaka alone. Wondering, here he goes. Oh, the ward just caught. I want to be here right now. He just creep skipped. He used the Icarus Dive, has a Sun Raid, sacrificing his life. I think about the Sun clicked. He didn't click it in time, and they condemned him. Had he moved forward, at least tried. And with this here, Vici game potential looking much stratified, and 1k gold lead for them for now. I mean, usually the Chrono has, you know, a good follow-up. Sorry, at the Phoenix Egg, that's follow-up in the Chrono, maybe like a Requiem of Souls, but it's not the max damage anyway. It's still not an Ice Blast, for example. That would be because there's no global potential either. Impact not as much as they're expecting. Go King is definitely melted with those raises. Newbee can provide here. That they take. I mentioned other towers and another tower in the game. With a Bloodlust pressure the towers early on, because Shadow Feed a fair amount of damage with that extra attack speed really early on, which is why you go for 2 levels of Ignite just to harass a bit further. Faith doesn't have to be to get this kill, but does not have mana for a hook shot. Just barely. This is the ideal situation because now they left the Bat Rider alone. Kite the cold feed in. They don't even need that. They're gonna have enough damage regardless. Kaipi even, you know, once the Chrono put the Bat Rider in a precarious position, of course, just condemned him to death. So, from Newbee, if you ask me if I could predict who will win this game, I would not be a cast. The Bad Rider, careful, the Sunray helping him out, and Kaka sacrificed a lot for this, and Phoenix like triggered, and this claw might condemn him. It's only not be enough damage, and the Urn helping in between just barely. And Bad Rider is one of his best heroes, so it really is not looking too well. Newbee is aiming to do so. What Newbee is aiming to do right now, because taking objective has been. How do you really contest against a Tinker who's very creating a lot of space for the Void and the Shadow Fiend? Actually, I like to see like, wait, why not go for Battle Fury first? You see the game, you realize your battle we're hoping for with a Mask of Madness, so you instead ruin my point, Boogie. Now he's adapting it again better, but the adaptability the Void has into being able to go for a Battle Fury choice. Because of course you can just wait till the late game. So I've also went for a very mid-gamey item in the form of a Hurricane Pike, but it also because a lot of the disables per se from Vici game potential all countered by the 4-staff, which is why as a plans first he decides to go for 4-staff for the play SCC, and then once he has the hurt up it easily in the jungle or even Tinker does have those little boots of travel, so I think Shiki's at a disadvantage here cosmetically. Oh wait, no, he does have the little booties. I love those booties. Look at them, they're so cute. Really suits Tinker's aesthetic. Anyway, those boots of travel is now able to farm against his enemy team, and now the farm, hope to beat the enemy team in terms. It's not going to work so well. Really destabilize the balance. Okay, so. Alright, careful. Oh, there it is. Shadow Fiend. Stop release some of the damage, and they really didn't want to get together most of the time. Unable to find pickoffs. So does Vici gain potential. Only letting the big of a deal. And I thought is going for full B. He can be a really powerful member of the team. His relevance in this game. With the levels that he's got, he's able to hit really hard to the enemy team, and now it's hard for them to defend this tower. They're still going to go for it, and instead find the Gyro. I reckon that's an even trade. It's only a 2. In this middle lane, Kaipi. Kaipi, why? Why, that was not even a misplay by your team. That was yours. He started to tilt the initiation you were looking for. I suppose the rocket flares, but single last one this game. This Mugi and this Mask of Madness Shadow Boy will help him at least initiate with a bigger fan of the Blink Dagger on the Void, Shadow Blade for Newbee, right? I'm trying to go for that late game and hoping that Kaipi eventually recovers. Smoke. They should be able to get a couple kills here. Well, this time it is successful. Rekim Assault can still fight this. The Ice Blast hitting SCC has finally been taken down thanks to Kaipi's damage. It's only a single kill, but they silence him in time. He can't use a super. Newbee, yet again, backing off. The 10th kill goes for EG. Able to take down this tower. At least Newbee is able to recover in their favor. They did get the Gyrocopter killed with the smoke kick. However, I think the Gyrocopters had to go for a Maelstrom, which is another way. I like it. Maelstrom also adds a little bit of Tinker by accident with a Mjolnir. Mugi run up. He saw the Ice Blast coming. It's like, oh no, guys. Mugi's very, very well farmed, and Tinker has not recovered as well as I expected. Frankly, I was hoping dangerous farm, but they haven't really been able to party great. And here you have smoke gank, and their goal in this situation is to take a kill. Maybe Roshan. They have no armor. Reveal the smoke! Fantastic kick of smoke, almost by accident. I think it was to take the... Oh! At least a triple kill, if not, you know. What he didn't do, right? He revealed the smoke. I don't think he meant to. He just straight in the rune, but those can end up winning you the game. Kaka! And says this. Now, 4-staff for Kite Rider. Not a greedy bad rider. Knows that he needs to go for most. That is really important here. SCC almost finishing up that BKB. That's very important actually for the next team fight. And they go for this Roshan. They've discovered them. Supernova's up, and they also have a Yosef managed to bring it down to the low ground. They stole the the Roshan's already gone down, so they zoned out as much as they needed. That heat-seeking miss, they changed direction or something. No, I understand why he thought that was gonna go for it. Anyway, the BKB by S complete. They have an Aegis as well onto him. Let's go for S-triple-C. I think that's probably better. BKB and within he's able to take a lot, put a lot of damage out, even without the Corona. 0.3 is not that bad for being an agility carry. The Void, on the other hand, will be the big one. Aegis is a bit worrisome with initiation, and of course after getting these, I mean, I love watching Chinese teams. Immediately they go for a smoke. The good ones, right? Not go for a smoke immediately after this happens, except for plan against it, right? But the smoke is going to catch you by surprise. Of course, is the objective. Beautiful. They stop. Punish him with a Chrono, and he's not finish him in time. They save him from the call down. The Aegis, maybe they gave it the wrong hero. Couldn't capitalize on it as much as they wanted to. The Holy Missile, but that's a Void dead for absolutely. Unable to get a single kill there. I just no. Concrete those kills, despite a good Chrono. It was a waste of BKB and still a kill, but it just wasn't enough. Shadow Fiend doesn't really badly. Whew. From Smashcast days. They hit by the Ice Blast, they evade it with a kill him, and in goes the Bad Rider, stops the clockwork initiation. They can still kill him with Rax at least. DY will go down entirely. S-triple-C forced through the BKB in the fight, but doesn't know what to hit. The Ogre Match is already dead to the Void, but it hits him anyway, and going everything in his path. He wants to continue this aggression. He sees a potential anyone get close to his friend, and thanks to this, they're forced to retreat. That was wow. I don't know what to say. Newbee just unable to do anything without the chrono, apparently, huh? That's when we see they do once the chrono is down. I just gotta watch and hope that option anymore. We'll be getting helps him. And with that chrono, at least he gets a really good showing off while you get a Shadow Blade. None of you can run away from this. It hasn't been silenced just yet. Hook shot misses. When the hook shot was gonna come out. Nah, he did not know that. That was pure chance that Mask of Madness did not condemn. It was just a bit lucky there. But at least he got the kill and ran away, you know. It's getting weaker and weaker by the moment, right? I mean, he's become a utility hero and he still hits a fair. Otherwise, that's not going to be picked all the time because he's such a strong. You need the Gyrocopter to pull himself up by his bootstraps and start going for a kill onto Guevara. Gets the last hit. Lift time. Night Stalker has to. They can't cancel that TP, and instead, it's last second. Yule Scepter doesn't bother Guevara. It's going to be offlaner for offlane Guevara, but he's still not dead. At least Kaka sacrificed himself for a pretty catch as a poor, unknowing Ogre Magi. Yes. Goodbye from behind. They don't have a chrono. However, there's a sentry there, and there's to run. He has to get away from this. Well, this is in these engagements. You know, they managed to get a couple of pretty good cliffing, but the Night Stalker, maybe not the best of any. Has so many ways of preventing himself from dying. He has a decent amount of tank. So Newbee is the hardest hero to kill, and Night Stalker to go below his enemy cores in terms of net worth. But you don't really want to kill the Tinker in this kill. Running against Mugi, Sunny isn't accomplish it. At being alone against avoiding a fat right. You know, how many times has he died like this? Like 3. It comes to a point where you seems like I'm watching a BKB for Kaipi. It's going to be the next item as well, so we can actually initiate with more security. And what is the Tinker going for? Agon is finally completed, but Shiki's finally back into the game. That's important. He's going to be able to actually beat pretty well, though, so it's very hard for the guys in Newbee to initiate. That's why they need so many BKBs. Boy, wish I had chrono him. Okay, so they know where the Tinker is. Oh, wow! They stun him with a hook shot, but he can still stop the Tinker. What a visionary stop position! Now destroying DY is all they have to do is run away. Kaipi has a lasso, has to use it on someone before he dies, but it is not buyback either, so it's gonna be an Ogre Magi also going down, but STC quite kill him. They can't quite get the damage off until Mugi comes from behind instead. It's a really good kill. I wish they would have turned into something else. It should have been a bad rider going in with the lasso instead of killing the supports, but a fantastic position to get away from that beautiful chrono. That's what you can tell. Obviously, you know, but the balls to use a chrono on and the distance of the missiles, that's like watching those kind of plays. It's small plays, but those Guevara this time, ooh, the couple kill or just a time lock. That's all they need. Just a time lock. Look at Mugi just chasing after. Both of the cores are stuck in for a Suda, just saving your teammate, but in the end, were not what we were expecting. I thought the team was going behind him, but instead, no. They, of course, they save the Night Stalker, but they. That's not too good. And without the Clockwork, bad situation. Yes, now, of course, you have the Night Stalker and the Tinker who can defend this. Free to Newbee, and you have nobody to steal. That's what I wonder. Night Stalker, like, that was an easy Roshan kill if they kill Night Stalker that. Or some sort of objective. How about going for the Night Stalker, right? If the Night Stalker goes suicide to take the Roshan. Not die with a hook shot to take the Roshan and cheese. But of course, they weren't thinking that far ahead. So I'm not even going to insult them. I'm not even going to say or criticize him for that. SCCC is pretty high up there. Should be able to ram. That's kind of annoying. Really as well. To that sentry barely just walked into a void. But I just put a sentry. Barely missing him with a sentry. So unfortunate. Newbee with that get a quick fight and they're ready to fight. I mean they have a chrono. They have. It's looking stronger and stronger this game. Tinker is gonna think twice about going so close to the lane this time. Don't constant healing. Chrono only to find him. Supernova also used up. Nobody can get collection off, and they have to ensure this kill tonight. This hero goes down, but now they have to deal with a Tinker, and they have no way to stop him. Everyone has to run. Might be forced to use a Yule Scepter there to prevent the damage. And was that really worth it? I mean, 2 ultimates. I know that Stalker clear has been a big issue, right? Now, soon to get his 8th Ether hitting them, they just can't fight against Tinker. The Newbee has 1 minute. I'm gonna say a 2-minute time window to attack, and after that it's gonna be at a bit of a disadvantage just yet, so the MKB is not necessary, but it's an easier Void with an Orchid and soon a Bloodthorn will be the only way. You're not gonna, the Tinker will never go for Yulster, BKB, something like that. Not very common pick up on Tinker, unless someone in your team goes for Lotus Orb, which would be a great pick, and it's too late now to go for those kind of items, right? Or alternatively, unless the Tinker goes for BKB, which is certainly a possibility, but as for Tinker, completely forgot that. Also that. Completely. Sometimes I blanked out. Yeah, stop the laser from being as effective as well. That's fair. And with that, they should also be able to... I mean, for the Shadow Fiend, the extra attack speed is so good for someone that has so much attack damage. And they will admit to use the H's confident here. MKB coming on the curve. Last one, actually. Kill an easy claw. The enemy potential hookshot. Now with that team, but the heat-seeking missiles keep on coming. So annoying. They don't want to use a BKB move. And the Sunray really helping it. He's been stuck for too long! They end up getting really, really cocky. Now SCCC. What will that do? Nothing. Goes back to for a couple seconds. Kaka with a BKB. So away from this with the Night Stalker active because Guevara is alone without his team. And then they get that kill. Mega kill for SCCC. Very confident with that. Seeking missiles. Now kills. Lasso should be available. Or is it? You're fighting with an avoidance chrono. And DY. Gonna go for Kaipi. They should have gotten retreated. Damage for the Shadow Fiend and the Cogs to keep constant home missile spam. Very annoying. TP back to base much sooner. The kill on Night Stalker was good call and then go away. No need to stay when he was dying, but that's beyond the point. Let's not concentrate on that on that part. Night Stalker was right because he was left alone. Was approving of. They ended up doing the same, waiting for the Clockwork, but even so, that would not be a. And try to help the Night Stalker a bit, make support, stop the Night Stalker from being stunned out. Moogie with a goal, Ancient Apparition. Come on, it's gonna happen to him. Okay, aiming for that lasso, lasso and cross. Those two abilities get a key hero, a Tinker, a Night Stalker, a Gyrocopter as soon as they see it. But it's a bit difficult off of their cores immediately, right? Potential Newbee. Guevara. The goal to trap Moogie. Kill him actually. He's still up in the high part and he can't go down. Moogie being hit by the and BKB is giving him seconds of. In the end, they're gonna have to back away for quite a while, and the Roshan Mace. Ah, good. Interesting. Tinker without Kaya. Shiggy is still using it. We're very used to seeing Kaya on Tinker now. I still think at this point, don't buy a Kaya at this point. The show is important, right? They haven't not wasted it. And the Roshan will spawn in two. Last Roshan fight is gonna be so important. Oh, and they punish this somehow. Leah with a Stein lock. That's a Gyrocopter. The Clockwork also goes down. And now, I mean, yeah, Tinker, you can defend this best you can. But difficult time dealing with these guys. Destroys the tower. Taking them. Rider with a lasso finds a Clockwork. First the buyback. Let's see who still has buyback. Have it because he just used it. Clockwork does inspiration. Lost as well for 60 seconds. They have to 1 HP. That might be the objective here. Moogie can still use the cheese. Considering it. Onto the Tinker and the Night Stone with a Chrono with just an extra bit of AoE with losing game number 2 in the most amazing of mass game by moment, frankly, by this Chinese team. Newbee surprising us all in this. Oh, essentially. Fantastic job, honestly, there by Newbee. That was the combination of the talent, which what he just grabbed, and that should have been dead, using the hoping for. Really clever, honestly, in general. I've been your caster for today. Hope you enjoyed the H-Cup casting for today. If you guys want to see what games I'll be casting, that will be up on my to use the scheduling a bit more often. So you guys for Twitter if you enjoyed the cast. If you guys did not enjoy the criticism, it's been a pleasure casting for my casting, so I can improve. And of course, I'll see you guys next time with some more Dota 2. Until then, I will not go for any other games. I wish I could, but I need to, well, leave really because I planned obviously for this game to end around this time because I knew it was gonna be a 2-0. So yeah, I don't really have time for other games. I wish I could continue, but it's a really bad time for Spanish people. It's kind of a holiday for me, so I have to go see my family. That said, guys, it's been a pleasure, and I'll see you guys soon with the next game of the H-Cup. You know, tomorrow with the next series of games, 3 best of 2s. Hope you enjoy. Next time with some more Dota 2. Until then, I will not go for any other games. I wish I could, but I need to, well, leave really because I planned obviously for this game to end around this time because I knew it was gonna be a 2-0. So yeah, I don't really have time for other games. I wish I could continue, but it's a really bad time for Spanish people. It's kind of a holiday for me, so I have to go see my family. That said, guys, it's been a pleasure, and I'll see you guys soon with the next game of the H-Cup. You know, tomorrow with the next series of games, 3 best of 2s. Hope you enjoy.